What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach T, back with Chicago Bears 360, back with another live video for you. I got free agency news for you today. Thanks for joining on this Friday. Do me a favor, if you're in the comments already, do me a favor and run those likes up. Let's get this algorithm busting real fast so we can get into this news. As you can tell by my voice, I'm very excited. Got a lot of news to share with you. Of course, all the free agent signing, but this one is a little bit personal to Coach T. That's right. One of our free agent signings is a former player, and I'm excited to talk about him and describe the character of player we're getting and the person we're getting it. So we got a good show for you. Do me a favor again. If you're in the comments, do me a favor, run them likes up while the intro is going. Nothing else to talk about. Let's get into the show. Cue the intro, maestro.
Welcome to Chicago Bears 360. Keeping it a buck with Coach T.
Contra.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I fill my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
Well, welcome back to Chicago Bears 360 with your boy, Coach T, man. It's Friday. Thought I'd jump on here. A lot of stuff happening in the Bears world. What's up, Original One? Thanks for joining, man. Run that one like up, man, so we can get the comment section jumping. Y'all know people going to join later after we get warmed up already. But that's all right. We're going to keep it going. Do me a favor, man, if you're watching now or if you watch later, do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, man, so you can come in, man. You can join in on the action and excitement, man, where we start talking Bears football, bro. Which Coach T, the only place, bro, where we break down the X's and O's of football the way we do it, bro. We don't debate with theory. We don't debate with pixie dust and, you know what I'm saying, ideology and just pulling stuff out of our keister, man. We break stuff down to X's and O's, but there's not going to be any film breakdowns today. Because I just want to talk my ish, if you will, right? I just want to talk my noise today because the Bears signed one of my former players, and I'm excited about it, right? I should have loaded the picture up for the show, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm working on the exclusive. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm reaching out to all my people back in Tampa, man, trying to make this interview happen live on the show. But until then, we just going to talk about it today, man. I'm excited. But before we jump into that, man, y'all know how I got to do it. I got to give a shout out to all the field soldiers. That's right, man. Give a shout out to the field soldiers. We got to give a shout out to the field soldiers. Everybody that subscribes to the channel, man, you're my field soldiers, man. So the recent soldiers that subscribe to the channel, man, my boy Bruce Butler, Akina59, Letitia, shout out to you. Aljanar Pacheco. I don't want to butcher people's name, but shout out to you, man, Aljanar. Let's see who else we got here. Cliff Victoria, Herbie, Bay BTV. Herbie, Bay BTV, shout out to you. Jerome Payton. And we got my boy Milton, who's in the chat, in the building. I don't know if I called you out on the last show, but shout out to you, my guy, for joining Field Soldiers. All right, man. Let's get into the show, man. It's your boy, Coach T, with Chicago Bears 360. Let's get into the show, right? I'm going to talk my noise today, so y'all can go ahead and stand by, right? I know a lot of chaos has been going on in Chicago Bears land. You know what I'm saying? We signed players and then we couldn't sign them because They didn't pass physicals and all that other stuff. I know Ryan Poles have been taking too long to sign players for a lot of us and all this other stuff. But what I don't want to get lost in the sauce of all this free agency on is I want y'all to track what I've been saying on the show over the last 4 weeks. I've only been on live for 4 weeks now. We're already almost at 600 subscribers in 4 weeks. I've only been on for like 4 weeks, probably 5 weeks, going on 5 weeks now. And we're already at like 600 subscribers. So something I'm saying must be resonating with the audience, right? That's why they liking, subscribing, and hitting notification bells. Also, they're following me on Twitter at Bears360_Coach T. But something I must be saying must be resonating. And I want y'all to keep score. This is the difference between the national media, right? This is what's supposed to be the difference between the national media, the YouTube media and social media, Twitter media and YouTube media, is I want y'all to hold me accountable to what I say, right? I did a whole video, researched, did film breakdowns of a whole video, and researched Luke Getsey's offense, run scheme, did a whole video, got over 5,000 subscribers, detailing what I thought we were going to look like in a run game, right? And I'll keep talking in the meantime. But I want y'all to hold me accountable in the interim. I want y'all to hold me accountable to the theories and hypotheses that I come up with based off of the research in the film. I did a whole video researching Luke Getsey's pass and came up with a theory of what I thought he would run in the run game. Now, pass concepts are a little bit harder to predict because they're so generic. Passing is passing, right? It's really, you're just taking what the defense gives you. Thanks, Bear Truth. Really, in passing, you're just taking what the defense gives you. If they go too high safety, they go cover 2, cover 4, they go single high safety, go man, they go cover 3, then you're just going to call route concepts that beats that coverage in the passing games. They're going to be obvious passing downs, right? There's going to be 3rd and long, 4th and long, you know what I'm saying, where there's obvious passing downs, and then there's going to be the downs where you want to attack, 1st down and 2nd down in the passing games where you hit them with play action, or you just may line up in an obvious pass formation and go after them. But the hard work was the work that I did researching the run game, right? That's the hard work, because you never know what a team's going to run. Their running style is, for team to team, right? So, and then as one follower said, Coach T, you're changing how we watch football. That's my intention. I want to change how you watch football. I want an educated audience. I want y'all to win those arguments with your friends and in the barbershop, because you know what you're talking about. You know what you're seeing on the field. That's why I break down the footage and give you the X's and O's. So every team is just not running the ball, right? Any kind of way. There's styles of run games. There's running styles. The one that everybody knows, inside and outside zone, that's popular. You hear about that on Twitter. You hear about it on social media. You can throw that phrase out there like people throw out 3 technique and don't have any idea what a 3 technique is, what a 3 tech lines up, right? If you go back and watch my last video on the defensive tackle that we didn't get, you'll know where a 3 technique lines up, because we're bringing you that information. That's all I'm saying, right? Off my soapbox. I did the Luke Getsey video because I had a theory coming out of that video. Before I had a theory, but coming out of that video that got over 5,000 views, I had a theory on what type of run style that we would run. What kind of run game? So everybody, like I said, everybody knows about inside, outside zone, but everybody does not know about the gap power run game, the gap power system, right? Gap power is you're running and you're trying to attack a particular gap in the defense, right? and you're manipulating bodies from one side of the formation to the other side of the formation, you're pulling guards, you're pulling tackles, you're pulling tight ends. And guess what? You're pulling fullbacks too, right? The first and primary play in the back gap power system, the primary play that everybody knows about is the power play. Power. You guys might not know it by power, but you remember the Marshawn Lynch run that caused the earthquake in Seattle in the playoff versus the Saints. Go back and look at the footage. That was power. Power is a play where the fullback leads up on the outside defensive end or linebacker out of the backfield, leads up, cracks him. Everybody washes down and blocks down away from the direction the play's going, and you pull the backside guard up into the hole. He leads up on the linebacker, and your running back's off to the races. He should have one man to beat. That should be the free or strong safety. That's off the dome. It's my favorite play in football. It was the play that they ran that caused the earthquake in Seattle, right? That's power. The counter to power is the counter play. Counter or counter trade. So counter is your answer to power. Counter is your answer to power. You run power, run power, run power. Defense adjusts, and then you come back with the counter play. Counter. You have to have a library of answers as a play caller and an offensive coordinator. That's what I did. That's what I do. Anyway, Coach T, what are you saying? What's this soapbox you on? Cause if you guys remember, if you've been following, I gave a hint that I said one of the signs that the Bears were indeed changing styles was this. Not only did I predict it before the combine and Ryan Poles said something, right? So I did a video predicting this is what we're going to do. Ryan Poles came back during the combine press conference and said, we're changing styles. We got to get a little bit lighter at the offensive line. Why? Because he didn't say it, but in my mind, he's saying that because we got to get lighter because guys are going to get pulling. They're going to start pulling across the formation, right? I also said, do not sign Brian Allen as our center when so many people were foot stomping for him. Why? Because Brian Allen was too light to play center in a gap power system. He can play in a zone system where he won a Super Bowl with LA. That's a perfect system fit for him. But we needed a stout center, somebody with experience. I also said, don't sign a rookie. Don't draft a rookie center. We needed an experienced center because a center just don't snap the ball and block people. He makes offensive line adjustments and calls to the other offensive lineman. He's the captain of that offensive line group. He's the alpha male of the offensive line group. He's in charge up front. So we go out and get a stud center in Green Bay. But let me get back to this other hint. I've been giving hints if y'all been paying attention. Now I'm finna talk my ish, right? Because it came home today. This is the last clue I gave right here. I say all that to say this. I've been saying this is the last clue I gave right here. I've been talking so much that I ain't forgot his name. People want to call me while I'm on live. I've been talking so much I forgot his name. Kyrie Blasingame. The Bears signed a fullback. That was the last hint. That was the last sign. That was the last hint that I gave that we were moving to gap power. This is not, see this is the difference. I told y'all, I warned y'all. I already warned y'all. Coach T's going to talk his noise tonight. Because in this YouTube game, there's a lot of people out here doing what we do. And God bless them. No shade to them at all. Do your thing. But one of the reasons why I'm out here is because I want to separate myself from the pack. I have no problem with saying that. Right? So the last hint I gave when I did that other video was we were going to sign a true fullback. We're going to sign a true fullback. So other people are describing it as the Kyle Shanahan system. I'm calling it the gap power system. That's more specific than just calling the Kyle Shanahan system. What does that do? What does Kyle Shanahan do that makes him special? Yeah, he runs zone, inside, outside zone, right? He runs tosses. He runs quick tosses, right? He runs jet sweeps. He does all that. But when you hear on the national media and they describe Kyle Shanahan's offense as physical and his team as physical, what makes him different than the other coaches is that he runs this aggressive gap power system. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm getting beside myself, man. I'm getting a little bit emotional right now because I'm going back to my coaching days, and it's resonating with me right now. I'm gonna tell you why this system is special. Because it's the focus gap is the kind of the focus. You want to get the gaps. You want to attack a particular gap in the defense, but the focus is power. Power is the aggression. Power is the physicalness of the play. This style of run game is is designed to be aggressive and attacking. And all your front linemen get ear hole blocks, right? What I mean by ear hole blocks, you're not blocking the guy in front of you, right? You're not blocking the guy necessarily in front of you. You're either moving to the left or to the right. You're blocking down. It's called block down, kick out. I'm going to do a video describing how that works. So the offensive line blocks down away from the way the play's going, and you kick out with the fullback, meaning the fullback kicks out the outside guy. It's aggressive. It's physical. It's nasty. It's the very first play I install when I install my offenses on any level. I don't care if it's pee-wee football. I don't care if it's middle school football. I don't care if it's high school football. The first play I install is the power play. And this is what I tell my players. And this is how I was told you teach it. With the power play, my offensive linemen should be able to walk up to the line of scrimmage, and they should be able to tell the defense what hole we're running to, and they can't do nothing about it. That's the attitude, and that's the mentality that comes with the power play, right? Go back and watch the if you're a fan of the Pivot Show, right? The Pivot Show, right? If you're a fan of the show The Pivot, go back and watch the episode with Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch describes when they call power in that playoff game versus the Saints. And listen to him describe his attitude and the attitude of the offensive line when people call power. Listen to how, now here's the thing. Power is a blocking scheme. It's not necessarily who you're handing the ball off to, right? So you can call QB power. You can call a power to a running back. You can have a guy on a jet motion and call power. Power is just how they block it. Power is pulling guys from one side, pulling the guard from one side of the line of scrimmage to the other to shade the numbers. Remember, football is played with 11 men. Split the field in half. There's always going to be 6 on one side of the line of scrimmage and 5 on the other, right? So to the 6 side, the defense is always going to shade its numbers to the 6 side so you don't take advantage of them. How you counter that is you run to the opposite side of the number. So you run to the weak side. You pull a guard from the strength side to the weak side to make to shift the 6 This is the chess move of football that people don't really know about. They watch the results of the play, but this is the chess game of the run game, right? So there you have it. Fullback. We got a dude. This dude is, yes, he's going to make holes for our running backs. He's going to make holes for Demo. He's going to make holes for Khalil as the fullback. But I want y'all to watch how he does his job when we go into the season, right? Watch where he goes to block. Watch how Luke moves him around in different scenarios. He might line up on this side of the formation, but watch and see if he stays on that side of the formation. Does he pull to the other side of the formation? Because he's manipulating numbers now. I'm telling you, this is a great sign. I love this. I love this. Y'all can hear the excitement in my voice because this is what I was asking for Nagy to run. Run power. Look, there's nothing sexy. There's nothing aggressive and physical and dare I say manly about zone to me. It's nothing strategic about it. You just line up and everybody runs one direction and you turn around and hand the ball to a running back and he just runs and waits for a hole to open and he cuts back. And if he gets yards, he's good. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. There's nothing strategic about inside and outside zone to me. Ask any football coach, and this is a debate amongst football coaches, right? Right? This is debate. You have gap guys, gap zone guys. You have zone guys and you have gap power guys, right? And then you got guys like me. I know I'm talking gap power up, but then you got guys like me that believe in, hey, okay, if I fed you a plate, if my offense was a plate of food, my run game was a plate of food, your meat and potatoes is going to be gap power. But yeah, I'm going to throw some zone in there. I'm going to sprinkle some zone in. That's going to be your, you know what I'm saying, your succotash, your peas and carrots. I'm going to throw some zone in there. I'm going to throw some quick tosses in there. I'm going to throw some zone quick tosses, Z-fly sweeps, some jet sweeps. I'm going to throw some jet sweeps in there. We're all talking running game now. Quick tosses, jet sweeps. Guess what else is a catch-up, is a condiment or a side dish to gap power offense in my book? Zone read. Zone read is another side dish to the meat and potatoes. Gap power is your meat and potatoes, right? But zone read is a side dish. It's meant to be a side dish. It's not a primary, in my school, it's not a primary run concept because there's so many ways that you can stop zone read, right? The thing with power is, at the end of the day is, with football, there's adjustments, right? And the thing with power is, there's simply no adjustment for, and I want y'all to remember this, there is no adjustment for, we're just bigger, badder, and more physical than you. That's the thing with power. Power is, I'm going to line up, I'm going to run it down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can just stand by, you can hold on, and you can just take it. Cover your ears and just bend over. This is a family program. I'm not going to go there with that. All right? Right? So we got a boy Don Burr in the chat, trolling as usual. That's the thing, man. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Listen, we got a fullback. Listen, we're running gap power. Tell all your friends. Tell them to argue with their mama. We just not running Kyle Shanahan's system. We're running gap power. I can say that with confidence now because we got a true fullback. The fullback's going to lead block. The fullback's going to catch the ball out of the backfield. Defense are going to have more people. They're going to have more people to prepare for. The 49ers throw the ball to the receivers. The receivers, the fullbacks, who you think will be a lead blocker, he's a pass catcher, he's a blocker. The running back is a lead blocker, he's a catcher. Wide receivers blocking that offense. Everybody's a football player in that show. That's what it's all about, right? In that offense. That's what it's all about. So there you have it. I'm talking my ish tonight. because I've been saying this was coming, and this was my final piece right here. Other than seeing it on the field, this is my ish. This is my evidence, right? So we gonna go with that one. I'm talking about how our run schemes are gonna be and the evidence that we are gonna be running this system. So when people describe it as zone, as long as you have and you can articulate the nuances of the gap power system, then you can go ahead and shut them down with that foolishness. Now, that's my one moment today. My second moment today is, and I decided to go, I almost went live last night, but I was too busy trying to work on the exclusive interview for the show, and I'm still working on it. And while I'm still working on it, I'm going to still talk my noise tonight. Because I thought about it happening. I imagined it might happen, but I didn't want to get my hopes too high. And then it happened. That's right. The Chicago Bears signed one of my former players, your boy Byron Pringle. One of my former players out of Tampa, South Tampa, Robinson High School, class of 2012. One of the most dynamic players ever come through that region. I don't know if y'all know about Tampa high school football, Tampa, Florida, period, right? I don't know if y'all know about Florida, period, particularly Tampa, Hillsborough County. I've seen great football. That's why I talk so passionately about football. I coached in that area. Some of the greatest high school football in the country, right? Players like Byron Pringle. We had a player on our team last year that I coached against, Rodney Adams. Rodney Adams was on that same 2012. The year that Byron was there, Rodney Adams is at Lakewood High School in St. Pete. On that same team with Rodney Adams was Isaiah Wynn with the New England Patriots. The same team. Isaiah Wynn with New England Patriots. Oh, it don't stop right there. Who else was on that team, Coach? The Griffin twins. Shaquem and Shaquille. Y'all know the Griffin boys. Shaquem and Shaquille, I forget which one, the one that plays with a missing hand. Played in Seattle. I'm not sure where they are right now. They were all on that same Lakewood High School team that played against Byron them. Right? Byron, Pringle, South Tampa legend, Robinson High School. Crazy good. He's a 4-5 guy. He's a tough kid. He took the long way. He went to JUCO, went to K-State and balled out and got drafted by Kansas City. He's going to be a return guy. He's going to be a slot guy. He's a 4-5 guy. Don't let the 6'2" frame fool you. And he's a tough guy. So if it get physical, if the game get chippy, he is what they say with it. I'm working on an exclusive interview. I got my people reaching out. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I got 3 players in the league. I can never get a hold of them. They busy men with their own families and lives and so on and so forth. We're going to see if we can happen. I know his best friend, though, and I reached out to him. Hey, you know who else came up in that area? Y'all know Deontay Johnson with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I switched schools. I went from Robinson to Leonard. I coached him too. Right? I saw players like Ray McLeod III. Saw Ray his freshman year. I was like, this kid is special. Ray, what's the kid in Cincinnati? The wide receiver, I can't think of his name. Just played in the Super Bowl. Plays not Chase, the guy that plays opposite Chase. Listen. Go said IMG runs Florida. I'm gonna give you a little snack to go with that statement, Ghost. He says IMG runs Florida. You know where IMG decided to put their campus at? In Bradenton, right next to Tampa, right in Central Florida. Why? Because they knew where all the talent was. All IMG does is take talent from Robinson, Lakewood, Plant, Tampa Bay Tech, right? All the schools in the area, they take their best talent and they end up at IMG. Of course, they get people from all over the nation, but it was a reason why they put all their kids there. But shout out to Byron, man. If you see this on the show, man, tell your people to call me. I'm trying to get to you, man. Hit me in the DMs. Tell Nuke to hit me up anyway. I'm going to try and get that exclusive for the show. Look forward to seeing it. That should be an easy jersey sign for me. T. Higgins went to Tampa Bay Tech, I think. That's him. T. Higgins went to Clemson. All them kids come from that area, man. Byron Coward. Now, Byron didn't come out to be much, but Byron played at New England. Byron Coward. There's so many guys. James Wilder. What was the quarterback name that played at Georgia? Aaron. Was his last name Aaron? I forget his name. Quarterback played at so many. Mason Cole. Mason Cole. Saw Mason Cole in high school. The center or offensive lineman. I forget where Mason went. I seen so many kids. Dude, when I went to corporate America and I stopped coaching, I forgot about how many kids I saw across the sidelines. I forgot about how much I knew about football. That's why when I started back doing this, my passion for football came back because it presented. It almost crushed me to leave the sidelines and go to corporate America, man. But this gives me an outlet, man. I'm telling you. Listen, let me get on with the news, bro. Or do we want to get to the comments? Let's go to the DMs. Y'all know where it go down. Let's hit it for a second.
It goes down in the DM. It go down. It go down.
All right, we back. We can't do a whole lot of that in the DMs. Aaron Murray. Kasim Baker said it. Boom. Aaron Murray. Plant High School. Tampa, Florida. I saw Aaron in high school. James Wilder. I forgot the tight end that played with James and Aaron. Right? All them cats, man. There's so much football in the area. T. Higgins, James Wilder, all them cats, man. You can't tell me. You can't convince. I've coached in Georgia too. I always argue with my buddies. You can't convince me there's better high school football. Let me hit these comments. My man Go said, so is he going to be the number 2 or just a big slot? I see him going over the middle a lot. That's how Kansas City used him. Kansas City used him in the slot. He was over the middle. He was taking a lot of shots, but he's built for it, and he has the mentality for it. So I see that. I say, he's going to fight for a slot position. Now, I'm biased. This is why I knew Byron was a free agent, but I never really saw him coming to our team. I knew the connection with Poles, but I've always said, and I've been saying it, I felt like we were going to sign Kirk or put Kirk in the slot. Well, that didn't happen. Or we were going to draft a slot, somebody like Sky Moore. But I think the way it goes with this staff is they're going to make everybody fight for a position. They're going to make everybody compete. So I see Byron competing for a starting slot position. He has the speed. He has the size and strength to take those big hits across the middle. But he has enough. He has the speed to run away. The one thing I would say, if I were to be critical, is, you know what I'm saying, I want to see more out of his route running, working in that small space. Because, the slot is usually reserved for smaller wide receiver that have that, quick twitch guys that can get busy in the middle third of the field. So you got to really be on point with your footwork in those spaces. I got a funny thing about this, right? I always joke about this. A lot of people don't know this. If you would go to Tampa right in tomorrow, I know exactly where to go to find these guys, where they work out in the off season. It's crazy. It's like a fraternity too. All of them that's in the NFL, and it's a lot of them. They all go to this one field near Tampa Airport, and they work out together. I could fly in there tomorrow and find them all tomorrow if I want to. It's like a fraternity there. So crazy point, but yeah, I'm glad to see my boy here with the team. Somebody said IMG runs Florida. Pringle LL dude, potato chip, and the 4th tier wide receiver in KC, but will be a number 2 because y'all so bad. Let me put this up on the screen because Don Bird loved trolling. Listen, Don, but Byron replaced Sammy Watkins. He took over Sammy Watkins' role and some of the other people. So he's actually on the uptrend. He was actually getting more playing time the more he was at KC. He was actually earned it. He went from returning kicks to actually earning him a starting spot on a playoff caliber team. So he's trending up. So, you know what I'm saying? Say what you say, man. You know, Don gonna be Don. That's just how Don does. But that's our guy, though. He's our resident Detroit troll. Let's see what else going on there. Ghost got him. Ghost got at him. He said Don Turd. I ain't gonna read that comment. Who else we got here? All right, man. That's it for the comment section. I ain't gonna do too many more comments, but we're gonna get into it. So, who else we got? We got your boy Lucas Patrick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because this is another sign. This is another sign I said. I said we needed a veteran center that was physical, that was strong at the point of contact. As he described in his, and I love this press conference today, by the way. He said all the stuff that I want to hear a center say, right? He has the mentality that you want to have a center have. You want your center to have, right? He said all the things I wanted him to say, right? He talked about the center being the key position at the apex of the offensive line, the guy that makes all the calls, right? Coming from a winning organization. He's a big guy, 6'3", 6'4", about 315, 320. He's not going to be easily moved at the point of contact. You can't have a center getting blown up at the point of contact so he can get pushed back and you can't have your guards and tackles pulling. I'm telling you. All right? So, in my opinion, without breaking down the film, and I'm going to do some film breakdowns prior to the season, but I think this is a good signing. I don't expect Poles to go out here and get the name brand guys. I said that on Twitter. He's going to get character guys. He's going to get guys that can play, that guys that love football that's going to earn it. And there has to be a sort of sense of earning it or hunger in your situation. You can't come out with everything laid out for you. It seems like and it sounds like they don't want any prima donnas on this team. They're gonna sign these quote unquote no-name brand guys or lesser name brand guys. They're gonna fill this roster and they're gonna go in the draft with specific guys in mind to be the future stars of this team and offense. All right? Who else we got out here? Who else we got out here? Who else we signing? I'm terrible with names, so I'm just going to pronounce it Muhammad. Last name Muhammad. We signed a defensive end today. All right? This, to me, was a culture guy as well as a play guy. This is a culture guy and a play guy, right? He's coming from the culture that our head coach and the team and the culture our head coach is coming from. So you give a guy or you give yourself a leader, somebody that's going to come in and do it the way that Flu wants it done. He's going to do it. He's going to be that voice in the locker room. He's going to be the one that says, no, this is how we're doing it. This is how we do it. We're going to hustle to the ball. We're going to be intense. We're going to have takeaways. We're going to do all that. Right? 6 or 7 sacks, plays the run well, hearing a lot of good things about him. All right? But Flu likes those guys. He likes those 4-3 defensive ends that can run, that can get busy. This is going to be a fast defense. Right? Stereotypical. Tampa 2. Who's our next guy? Signed a receiver. Equanimous St. Brown. Say that 10 times fast. EQ, as they call him. All right. He's a roster guy. He's a Getsy guy. He's going to be another competition guy. He's going to have to compete. He's going to have to earn it. Nothing give it to him. But another guy that can communicate for his coach. That can communicate the system along with our new center. That can communicate the system, what the expectations are. Another guy to compete. Right? Who else did we get? Got us a linebacker. Nicholas Morrow. Now, I like the film on this guy. Aggressive runner. He can run it. He's a runner. Had a high ankle sprain. Missed towards the end of last season. But he jumps out on film as somebody that gets it done. Physical and fast. These are the kind of guys we're bringing in. I'm trying to help manage expectations because I know a lot of us are disappointed on Bears Twitter because we weren't making the splash signings. No, we're letting some of these names, no production guys going, acquiring comp picks, and then we're going in the draft looking for specific guys to fit specific roles. I still like us to get one of these many wide receivers that's in this draft. I keep telling y'all the sweet spot for me is between 50 and 100. I still think we should trade back. If Zion Johnson at the guard position is not available at 39, then I say we trade back to 50 to 100, get 2 picks for that 1 pick, so we get 2 picks for 39 between 50 and 100, right? We get 2 picks for 48 between 50 and 100, and there's nothing but studs in 50 to 100. Those 50 spots in that draft are going to produce some serious talent for teams. So, another guy to go in this 4-3 defense. So let me know what y'all think in the comments about the guys we signed. I know we're a little bit impatient. I know there's still some talent out there, right? We got some guards and tackles still out there. We got some names, some skill position guys that's still out there. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how y'all think it's going. All right, last segment before we get out of here. Y'all know I got to give it out. And besides giving an award out to Don Burr, I'm going to give it out today again. Let's get into the segment. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get into it. Drunk Uncles.
Anything is possible, got feeling.
All right, we back. I'm not giving the drunk uncle to Don Burr. I could give it to him any day, any week. But that's my guy. Man, who are we giving the drunk uncles it to today? This is an easy one. If you're on Bears Twitter, this is too easy, man. The drunk uncles is going to the guys. We can't get it together. Matter of fact, I'm giving 2 of them out today. How about that? This is going to be a record-breaking, record-setting day. I'm giving out 2 drunk uncles awards, right? Drunk uncle goes to 2 groups of people. And the first one is the story behind how I came up with the drunk uncles. The first award is going to the Bears beat writers. The Bears beat writers. I came up with drunk uncles because of the Bears beat writers. After watching the Bears beat writers for so long, they just liken to drunk uncles to me. Like they don't ask good questions in the media room. They don't ask good football questions all except for one, my boy Herb Howard. Shout out to Herb Howard. I need to get you on the show, my boy. They don't ask good questions, and then they have terrible takes on Twitter. As I believe Hodge had today, calling Poles out for not speaking today. And there was other Bears beat writers mad at Poles because Ogunjobi failed his physical. Like, you're mad at the GM because he won't speak to the press when you just found out a guy failed his physical and you got to go quickly find you another 3 technique? You think Poles got time to be playing around with the beat writers and media? Or he needs to be go finding the players that can play in the system they're trying to build? You want him to come out and answer questions to you when this man got a job to do. This is why I call y'all the drunk uncles, man, because y'all have bad and terrible takes. Y'all ask terrible questions in the press room. And it's 2020. By now, you would think writers and beat writers would know more about football, so they'll know about what to ask. You guys are there to represent the fans. You're not there for yourself and your own personal vendettas against the ownership or the coaching staff or the players. It's the entitlement for me. You guys come off as entitled. And this is why, and I speak for all social media and social media creators, people like myself, right? People like Windy City Breeze, people like Harrison Graham, who's a supporter of the show. I speak for all the YouTube social media universe when I say this. This is why we need y'all support. This is why we need y'all to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This is the why. Because the unique thing about social media, YouTube, is we really passionate about this, and we really want to get information and news to the fans that the fans want to hear. We don't have a sense of entitlement because we're scraping and clawing, and we're doing this for the love of the game, right? We're doing this. We're not getting a check. So when you run these social media accounts up, believe it or not, some social media accounts are able to get credentials, and we can get into those spaces, and we can get into those rooms, and we can get the real scoop for you. We can do the job that these guys are supposed to be doing. So that's my soapbox moment. Drunk Uncle goes out to the people that was originally named and intended to get the Drunk Uncle's Award. Those are Bears beat writers and beat writers that don't do it for the fans, man. Now, my other award goes out to the people that were the Bears fans that were coming down on our GM for doing this job. What did y'all expect him to do? Y'all were mad because he signed the guy in the first place, and you didn't know his name, Ogunjobi. Like, who is this guy? Y'all were mad that he signed a guy. Then you're mad because they did their due diligence and find out that the kid was still broke. As they say in the culture, man, pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Like, everything you can't be mad at everything on Bears Twitter, bro. I'm convinced that there's a certain sector of Bears fans that need to get counseling, bro. Like, y'all been bitter for a long time. Y'all got some kind of, I don't want to throw mental health terms around lightly, but y'all got problems, bro. Y'all been so bitter for so long that you can't find optimism with a flashlight and GPS. Like, you can't do it. Like, come away from the bitter side. It's okay, man. Let it go. Let it go, bro. This is a new season, a new team, a new staff. Give them a chance. You don't have a choice. Are you going to switch teams? Are you going to switch teams? If you're not going to switch teams, right, we need to have a fan free agency period. Because if you're not going to switch teams, then what does it hurt you to get on the optimistic side and cheer for your team? Look how Don Burr rides for his team. He rides for his team. And they suck. Year after year after year after year. And this man trolls Bears fans like it's nobody's business. Like he gets a salary for it. Where are our Don Burrs? That's ride or die for your team. It's always, that's what I'm saying, bro. We got so many Bears fans that I think that are undercover. They dang on ops, bro. They the ops. They undercover Packers fans in our comments and just I'm really convinced they're there to just to create a divide because they hate on the team every move we make so much. We could sign Tom Brady and they will find a negative thing to say about it. So y'all hold that drunk uncle award and for this session and we'll get back to you, man. That's my soapbox moment, man. Thanks for joining the channel, man. Do me a favor, man. Always like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hell, share, man. Share the videos. I don't care. I do care. Share. Y'all family, we're building the tribe. Almost 600 followers in 5 weeks. We're building the tribe. By the season, we're going to be over 1,000. And we're going to get this thing monetized, man. Like I said, man, thanks for joining the show, man. That's all I got for you today. It's your boy, Coach T, with Chicago Bears 360, man. Guess what? I'm out.